Hey everybody, happy Monday. Once again, doing this on a Monday, nobody's home. I think I got about 15 minutes before the door gets burst down. Today I'm drinking some of the Corona watermelon lime, some great pack, I don't know. Oh, very good, very mild taste. What I want to start today is talk about, we're back to the inclusion and the diversity. Everybody has to be included. Everything needs diverse. Everything needs to be equal. I hate to tell you something. Everybody doesn't need included. Sometimes people just aren't included. And it may be just because they don't like you. It may be just because you're not qualified. It may be because you're an idiot. It may be a litany of reasons. But you know what most likely it's not? It's not based on your gender, your color, your sexual orientation. Most of the time it's not based on that. But that's what people like to believe. You don't have to be included. Everything doesn't have to be diverse. I mean, I don't have a party and have a list. Okay, I need a black guy, a white guy, 2 women, a trans. I don't make that list. I invite my friends over. I have friends of all different things going on. You come over, have a good time. Just because you're not included doesn't mean it's wrong. We need to stop the participation trophies. You don't get extra marks for being included because you're different. Then that just makes you included because you're different. How would you know if somebody really wants you around or if you're qualified? You don't know anymore, man. You don't know anymore. Enough. Like included. I don't want to be included in the new vasectomy phase. I don't want to get the vasectomy. I don't want to be included in that. You know, and I'm sure women don't want to be included in the new sterilization phase. Still don't know why these women who want to get sterilized aren't just using birth control. I really don't know. It still blows my mind. Your choices are a surgery to get sterilized or go to CVS and buy a 12-pack of condoms. Go buy the condoms. It's cheaper. It may not be as effective because there is a chance, but come on, really? Then we got the trans health secretary, Rachel Levine, saying that kids should be empowered to take puberty blockers and sex transition surgeries. Have we lost our minds? Have we lost our minds? Kids. I've said it before. There are no trans children. There are just children. I mean, it's just a fact. These kids don't know. These kids don't know anything. They'll grow up and they'll figure it out. Not to be undone by an educational consortium down in Australia who came out and having a conference about pedophilia and said that most of us normal people are disgusted by pedophilia. You think? But we shouldn't be, and we need to change our mindset because that's their sexual orientation. Really? First of all, I hope this woman never has children. And pedophiles are the most disgusting, subhuman category of species that we have walking this planet. They are disgusting. And if you are going to start normalizing pedophilia, you're crazy. I mean, I don't know where we're going. It's not normal. It's abnormal. This is an abnormal, atypical, that's wrong. You should go to jail for life. End of story. I don't even understand this. Don't even understand. And can anybody raise their hand if they really don't care about J-Lo and Ben Affleck? I'm just throwing that in there. I've heard more about J-Lo and Ben Affleck in the last 2 weeks than I possibly want to hear. Who cares? Let them go live their life. It makes no difference to me. I wasn't invited, were you? Really, enough, man. Enough. And then we have these liberals. White liberal women really are going to eat themselves. And the new one is white liberal women are talking about other white women, saying that they are the problem. I don't know when they mean they, are they talking about white liberal women or other liberal women that aren't liberals because they're raising tyrant male white children. Really? How about this? How about we get the nuclear family get back together and we have a 2-family household and let's make it work and give everybody, male, female, all our kids, good examples. Simple as that. But again, another one not to be outdone by the white male liberal. Some white male liberal was on one of the talk shows the other day and he says, I'm sick and tired of hearing all lives matter. First, all lives matter will not matter until Black lives matter, until Asian lives matter, until Spanish lives matter, Latino lives matter, LTGBT. He named every single group except white males. So this dude is telling us that his life doesn't matter. How about this? Be a decent human, your life matters. You're a subhuman, your life doesn't matter. Talk about lives not mattering. I got an idea, people. Stop running from the police. Stop running from crimes, and you're not going to get shot. It's really that simple. You commit a crime bad, or you commit a crime and run equally bad, only something worse can happen. I am not going to get shot by the police. One, because I'm not going to commit a crime. Two, because I'm not going to run if I do commit a crime. It has nothing to do with my skin tone, which right now seems to be a little red. Spent a lot of time in the sun. It's crazy. Keep talking about the difference between male and a female. If you wake up with the morning wood, you're not a female. Really. Basic science. Not a female. Now, you want to really talk about the difference between men and women? A new neighbor moved in, and it's a story I heard, but a very similar story what happened. New neighbor moved in, and they're outside playing, and I'm talking to the gentleman. My wife's talking to the wife. We're having a drink, me and the guy, and she's talking to the wife. But at the end of this, the woman knows my wife's whole life story. She knows the woman's whole life story. I just talked to the guy for about 45 minutes, had a drink. I can't remember his name. She remembers the uncle, the aunt, her name, what happened, where they lived before. I just know that the guy liked the seltzers because I gave him one. That's it. Nice guy. And here's the kick in the ass. He's got the same name as me. I found out the day later. Didn't even remember. Another odd question. Does anybody care what Prince Harry has to say about our Constitution? Does anybody really care? I certainly don't care. We have the Constitution because the royal family, the king, the queen, back in the day, forced people to come over here because of religious persecution. So, he doesn't get a say. And he's not American. Who cares? Dummies. Got this instant or direct message on Twitter the other day. I made a smart-ass comment. And I got a direct message from probably some white liberal woman who was a little perturbed. And she said, that was a real ridiculous comment. Are you day drinking? Well, she didn't read my bio, and she really backed herself into a corner on that one. Because indeed, I was day drinking. Her comment was still ridiculous, and I was still a smartass. That's just the way it is. Can you imagine asking Angry Irish Mac if he's day drinking? The answer most likely is going to be yes. Unbelievable. Now, it's been kind of quiet in the White House because Joe's got the COVID. You remember when he said, if you get the vaccine, you're not going to get COVID? Well, he's got the vaccine. He's got 4 boosters. He got the COVID. He got the mild COVID. He's doing fine. The doctor told us he's doing great. He cleaned off his plate. So that's where we're at with the president. His doctor has to tell us he cleaned off his plate. He's still eating. My grandfather was in a nursing home. That was one of the things they used to tell us. Oh, he cleaned off the plate. He's doing well today. That's what we're hearing about the president. It's unbelievable. But he did have, quote, something about he's declaring a climate crisis because of the extreme heat. Anybody tell Joe the extreme heat is called July? There are 4 seasons. It's called the summer. To be very hot and have record temperatures in July. Is it really a big deal, dude? I don't know, the COVID affecting his brain, but it's been like this for a while. It's a little bit of mush. I'm just saying. His wife came out and defended him and said, you know, his presidency is being bogged down by all different problems. Yeah, the problem is called Joe Biden himself. He's the problem. Really. Then again, Kamala Harris out again. She must be a sous chef making salads. Because what she says just throws a whole lot of words together. This is this week's quote. So when I think about what we need to address mayors, what ultimately does so often fall on the shoulders of our mayors to address on a community level. What the hell is she ever talking about? She is one bad COVID strain from being our president. She may be more entertaining than Joe because she's not demented like Joe, but she can't put a sentence together. Her words don't go together. They don't match. I'm telling you, kids, this is not an example of an educated woman. This is bizarre. Then we have the Hollywood types, Disney. Disney changed the fairy godmother into a gender-neutral apprentice. What are we doing? We can't even have a fairy godmother anymore? It's a fantasy. It's make-believe, a fairy godmother. Where are all my feminists standing up for women's rights? How far do you need to go down and get disgraced? People who have babies, you know, everything. People who have a uterus. God forbid you say woman, mother in any type of format. Done. Out. Feminists, please rise. We need you back. We're sending an SOS. Get me my feminist back, man. This is insanity. Not to be outdone by the Umbrella Academy. One of the lead characters, I can't even think of her name now, or his name, changed his name, was a man, it was a woman, and now is a man. The character on the show, and I don't want to say the name, because if I did name her, they're going to blank me again. So, she was a female character on the show. Now she's a transgender, and he's a he. So they changed the character on the show because they didn't want to offend her. He or she, I keep getting confused, he is an actor. Shouldn't he be able to act like a female? Isn't that his job? Acting? You don't always act what you are. Acting, you're supposed to be somebody else. If you're that good of an actor or actress, you should be able to play the part of a different sex or an alien or whatever you're supposed to be playing. But what are we doing? God forbid we offend anybody. Everybody wants to be accepted. Sometimes it's just not acceptable. And that's it. Like pedophilia, not acceptable. Mayor Adams said the burden of the illegal immigrants is really weighing down New Yorkers. No shit, Mayor Adams. No shit. Talk to the Homeland Security who's creating a free medical system for the illegals. I got a better idea. Let's give them a free deportation back to where they came from. Much better idea. Save us more money. I mean, really, can you imagine giving illegals free health care? Burdening down the system. Thanks, Mayor Adams. You're a real genius. Hey, listen, when's the Mensa meeting? Not to be outdone by Diane Feinstein. Diane Feinstein, senator from California. I'm going to read you her quote. When a gunman realized that nobody else is armed, he will lay down his weapons and turn himself in. That is human nature. California, go figures. Let's cut it off. Get it right off the country. Now listen. Find somebody you love. Tell them you love them. Have a great day. I'll see you next week.